Hello, people. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay live today. We'll see how I feel, but um, I'm going to try to make a lot more content for this channel in the coming weeks. So be on lookout for that. Hey, Jojo, is Kay missing me? Let me see. I was just shuffling that deck. Well, Jojo, I pulled 3 cards for that question, and I'm seeing a lot of like negative feelings. Um, you know, I feel like there are some hard feelings here, and I the vibe that I'm getting is that you really got to see this person at their worst. Um, you really went on a journey with them, and you were able to see what all of their flaws were. You got to know their demons, and but I think that was even stuff that you could have picked up on in the beginning. But I mean, overall, I don't think he's missing you or she. I don't know if Kay is a he or a she, but I'm not seeing that kind of energy. I'm seeing more of kind of negative feelings, if anything. Um, I'm seeing like resistance. Um, this person really wasn't prepared for how things ended. And anyway, moving on. Ravi Teja, I'm doing all right. I feel fine. I didn't drink at all today. I'm proud of that. Okay. Shirley, what's up? Hey, Cindy. General readings for the month of March. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Well, Ravi Teja, I think in March, I think it might be a little bit of a tricky time. I see things overall, just a general, like the general energy. I see things moving very slowly, and I feel like, and especially when it comes to money, there's this feeling like you're not getting the help that you need. Um, you're not, you know, you're gonna feel like you're not being nurtured in that way, like by the universe. But I mean, I think the point is, I definitely see you rising to the occasion and overcoming these problems anyway. Um, and you know, I mean, overall, I don't. I think that you're going to feel pretty good about March. Overall, the energy is going to be, the way you feel is going to be pretty calm. And um, despite not getting the financial stability that you want and all of that, and the fact that things aren't going to be seeming to move forward in your life, you're just sort of going to be okay with it. And like, I guess it doesn't really matter because life is really just what you think it is. At the end of the day, it's about the meaning that you place on things. And so when you really think about it, March in some ways isn't really going to be that great for you, but it's sort of like you're not going to see it that way. Um, anyway. Okay, can you please tell me if I will get offered the part-time job at the school? Let me see. Part-time job at the school. Well, this is hard to say because I am seeing a new beginning. With the Ace of Cups, I see a fresh start. And that would make me think about a new job. Um, but the two other cards I have here kind of make me think that like I almost feel like you are going to get this job, but it's not even something that you really even want to be doing. Um, because I see a new start. I see the beginning of the job happening, but it's something that you're not even passionate about, that you have no passion for. Um, and it's just not something that really makes you that happy. So I'm sensing problems in that department, but if all you care about right now in this moment is actually getting the job, then I do see that happening. But anyway. Okay, up next is Cindy. Who is coming towards me in love for Valentine's Day? Well, Cindy, I don't really see anything. I mean, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So if you were to find some relationship in 24 hours, I would be shocked by that. And that's kind of what I'm seeing in the cards. First, I have the Tower card in reverse, which tells me, because the Tower to me is about things changing. Um, it's about fast change, and that's what would have to happen. Um, but like, for you to find a relationship in 24 hours, that is a quick change. But being that this card is in reverse, I don't see that happening to begin with. But also, what that tells me is like, even if you were to somehow um, find somebody, nothing good would come of it. um, in terms of your question, but that's kind of not the vibe I'm getting in this reading. I'm getting the vibe that I don't really see anything changing to begin with. And then with the Temperance card, it's again nothing manifesting, nothing changing. But I do think that Valentine's Day itself will be the end of something, the end of a cycle. It is, and that could mean today, but I'm talking about usually when I'm thinking about a certain day, it's like either the day before, the day of, or the day after, around that time frame. Things coming to an end, um, which also means a new beginning. So I think this is definitely an important time in your life, especially I'm getting the vibe when it comes to money or finances. I see things um, not only being resolved, but also changing. So I think that's where your focus should be more. Um, Maybe just celebrating whatever it is, this financial success, instead of worrying about romance, because I think that the areas in your life that are changing now have to do with money, and it's not so much romance and love. Anyway, but hi Nisha, how you doing? For a long time, most of the time when I gave someone a reading, I only pulled one card. And I mean, sometimes I pulled more than one. Sometimes I pulled like seven. But most of the time for a question, I would only pull one card. But I get the vibe that that's really not the way to do it. And people would say that to me. People would say you really should be pulling more than one card um, to to get a clearer picture of what's going on. And I am going to get in the habit of doing that more often. Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry. Aisha, what's up? Um, what are his energies or actions for me? Okay. Well, Aisha, I think a lot of the energy is good. Let me start with that. Um, the way he feels about you is very positive. I wouldn't say it's romantic. With the Lover's card in reverse, I'm not seeing that this is romantic or lustful energy, but I do think that it's definitely an energy of friendship and um, just a lot of playing around with each other, having fun with each other, but not necessarily in a romantic way. Um, I mean, I definitely get the sense that this person wants to um, have a connection with you forever. I see that, when he thinks about his future, he does think about you somewhere in there, but not necessarily in a romantic way. Um, okay. What's up, Anna? Does Steve love me? Let me see. Okay. Well, Anna, I feel like with Steve, there is so much left unsaid between the both of you, which, I mean, you can almost guess that just from your question. You said, "Does Steve love me?" So clearly there are things not being said between the two of you because you don't know about how Steve feels. Um, I definitely get the sense that there's a lot unknown. Um, but I do feel like there's a problem here. And so I'm kind of almost getting the vibe that this connection that you have with Steve is something that's already kind of established, but it's there's some kind of turmoil. Um, okay, you recently had an argument. Okay, so these are the cards I have. With this card, the Seven of Cups, I'm seeing mystery. And I'm also seeing mystery in the Eight of Swords. With the blindfold on her eyes, she doesn't know what's going on. Things are a mystery. But the Eight of Swords is a very troubling card. With the Judgment in reverse, I feel like things were either said or done that now it seems like there's really no turning back from um, like the energy that was exchanged. I think it has really called into question people's intentions. And now at this point, what has been said and what has been done, it should be very clear what the energy is. And it seems like it is kind of a troubling energy. And anyway, but I mean, the vibe that I'm getting is that he probably does love you, but this is just too messy. I mean, you even said yourself, he has been hot and cold. It is so confusing, and we recently had an argument. So I feel like this is a too messy of a situation, and I understand you have had very good times with him. With the Seven of Cups, I see that. I see good times and bad times. We have the jewels. We have that crown of victory. We have demons, snakes, um, a living space. But I'm just, yeah. Anyway, but to answer your question, I think the vibe I'm getting is that he does love you, but you should know better than to stick around in something like this, or at least, and maybe it would just be helpful for you to separate for a while, and so he can learn to miss you and he can know what he lost, and then maybe next time around he would be a lot more loving and more even keeled. But even then, I don't think it's healthy for you to stay in something like this forever and ever when it's just unhealthy. Okay. Kadam, hi Marco, would like to know what my boss Shiva thinks of me. When can I expect higher position in the current job? Okay, let me see. Let me see. So, Kadam, I think that, well, first of all, I have two cards here that's definitely boss energy. So your question was about your boss, the Emperor in reverse and the Queen of Wands upright. Um, I think you can expect a higher position. I would say probably um, maybe around March of next year. Wait a minute, did I do that right? Um, Anywhere between January and March of next year, I think you can expect um, a better position. Now, the way she feels about you, your boss, I do think that there's some frustration because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like your boss has definitely had to um, give you some, what's the word, like special attention, I guess. Like, I think that maybe you have a lot of problems in your life that come up and it does affect your work a little bit because I think that she's had to make some exceptions for you um, over the course of you working there. Um, which I know what that's like because I have a disability and when I work, I often, at least a couple times a month, my boss needs to give me some leeway and wiggle room because sometimes I just can't work. But um, I definitely sense that a little bit of frustration. But I guess that she is a little frustrated with you or he, but I don't think it actually is going to matter in the end. Um, I still see you getting a higher position at some point next year. Nisha, is someone at work obsessing over me romantically? I'm a Virgo woman. I'm asking because I feel this energy. I don't know. Let me see. The Queen of Wands came up again. Um, well, Nisha, it's funny that you use the word obsessing because with the Nine of Swords, that definitely is a card that is about obsession. Now, with the Four of Cups in reverse, I definitely see that you're being noticed by somebody. So not only are you being noticed, but there is an obsessive kind of energy. Um, but I I feel like whoever this is, you're never really going to see anything from it because I think that, I mean, it even just makes sense to think about because I think, if this person was going to do something, it probably would have happened already. But I don't think this person's very quick to take action on things like this. So, anyway, next up is Shaylee. Shaylee, are you still here? And after Shaylee, it's Cookie Victoria. And then a few other people. All right, Shaylee's still here. What are Aaron's current feelings from last night's interaction? Okay, let me see. This card wants to come out. Okay. So, all very good. So, Shaylee, I pulled three cards and they're all good cards. It's all good energy. Um, I think that this person, you know, whatever the interaction was last night, I think that there was knowledge gained. Um, and I think someone has some kind of choice to make, but I definitely see that this is like a very celebratory kind of energy, because with the Three of Cups upright, that's definitely very good positive energy. With the Page of Pentacles, I feel like something was learned. There was information given, because the Page of Pentacles to me is about knowledge and information. So something that wasn't known before is now in the light. It has come to the light. And with the Two of Swords, I feel like this is a time to make up your mind and make a decision about something. But what was the question? I just totally forgot what I. Oh, his feelings about the interaction. Oh, I can't do this. Um, um, yeah, so um, all the energy is very good. Yeah, the feelings are very good. Um, okay, up next, I think it's Cookie. Why isn't this responding to my touch right now? You never have to do it this way. All right, Cookie Victoria. What will, I'm sorry, will the BMW I get from Habari Muhammad work decent at least for a year before I have to maintenance it? It's a cash car, or some months will be okay. Okay, so Cookie Victoria, you want to know about this car that you're getting and if it's going to run well, at least for a good while, before you have to start putting money into it. Okay. Well, so Cookie Victoria, the answer to this is kind of good and bad, because I think you're probably going to have to put money into this much sooner than you would like to, but I think that you will definitely have the resources to do it when you have to. So I think you asked me, will it work decent at least for a year? Probably not. I think it's going to be sooner than that, probably within um, by this coming November. Um, November or October, you can expect to have to do something with it. I think it has something to do with how fast the car goes too, something about speed. Um, but if it makes you feel better, you will be able to. So it's not as if you're not going to have the money. You will have the money and resources to do what you have to do. Okay. And up next is Eagle. Eagle, are you still here? Eagle? Eagle. And then Jasmine. Okay, Eagle's still here. And the question was, may I ask for a general for the next 48 hours? Okay. Well, so Eagle, I think that your life is, or at least it has been and will be for a little while. I think your life is like a journey of healing, because something tells me that you tend to do things that aren't so good for yourself. You kind of shoot yourself in your own foot. Um, I definitely think that over the next couple days, you won't be doing right by yourself, and it's going to lead you into a state of unhealth. But you know lots of tricks to make yourself feel better and um, kind of fix problems. But I think this is all just preparing you for when you finally do, when you finally make big changes in your life. This is just going to be a time that you look back on and think, it was all just stepping stones to get me here and to finally wake up and do right for myself. But yeah, so I think the next 48 hours is going to be kind of a cycle of being unwell and then making yourself better and then being unwell again. But this is all just preparing you for the future. So you can really build up enough strength and energy one day to put an end to things that aren't good for you. Okay. Up next is Jasmine. Jasmine, are you here? Jasmine? Am I skipping anybody? Denny, hey, what's up? How you doing? Okay, and then after Jasmine, it's Denny. So Jasmine's here, and the question was, what do my spirit guides say about my friendship? My friend Sam, is it time to reach out even though things ended on bad terms? Okay. So you just want to feel for this person's energy, Sam. You want to know, should I reach out? Um, is it worth my time? Is there something here? You just want to get a feel for the energy. Um, so Jasmine, I think that Sam was a little bit too hard-headed and never just was so unwilling to cooperate. And I think this person was, um, you know, not flexible enough with their thinking and what they were willing, ways that they were willing to bend. Um, but I think that I think you're just going down the wrong path, because I think when it comes to this person, there's really nothing here anymore. And I feel like there kind of wasn't that much to begin with. But I think maybe something that would help you out is just thinking about big things that you want in life, where you want your life to end up. And, you know, work life, finances, romance, meaningful friendships. Think about all these things that you really want and focus your energy more towards, create in your mind, create a different future for yourself that does not involve this person, Sam. Okay. Denny, I'm doing pretty good. I'm having fun. And your question was, will I find the apartment I'm looking for? Let me see. It's almost a silly question, because you'll certainly find something you're happy with at some point. But I think you especially want to know what the time frame is. So Denny, I definitely see you getting a new place because with the Fool card, that's about a fresh start. A new apartment, a fresh start. I definitely see that happening. Although I would pay really close attention to where you decide to move to, because don't waste your time with places that don't meet your criteria. Because with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm seeing that you're really not going to put in the effort that you really need to find the right place. I think I see that you're going to settle for something that and it might not even necessarily be the energy of like settling. It might be something where you failed to ask the right questions. You failed to put in the work and the energy um, to really make sure you weren't getting something bad. Because I think that you're probably going to end up choosing the wrong place, and it's not going to end well. So just make sure that you know all the personalities are matched up, and it's in the right location. Really don't settle for anything, and make sure you ask a lot of questions, and I think you can totally avoid any kind of bad situation. Okay. Angelus, what up, dude? How you doing? Okay. Okay, can you please tell me my friend Dalton's feelings to anything like that? I confront him about him being messy, and we talked briefly about it, but he didn't reply to my last text, and that was weeks ago. Oh shit. He does this thing where he'll keep in contact with me, but the energy seems so drama filled. Okay, let me see. Something about that's kind of funny. Drama, you're just fucking drama filled friend. Well, that card wants to come out. Let's see. I'm not gonna flip it over yet, though. Well, I will say, Angelus, I think this person is very good for you. And honestly, um, I don't think he's making up any of this drama. I think he really just does have a drama filled life. Um, I see a lot of action in his life. And, but I think keeping him around is very good for you. Um, and I think it's helping you grow and become wiser. And I'm just seeing a lot of really good energy with this. Um, I pulled three cards. They're all upright, and they're all pretty good cards. And they're all relatively powerful cards. The High Priestess. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. It's just a lot of these cards are higher up. The Knight represents the number 12. Everything's above 10. They're all powerful cards. So I think this person's a good influence on you. Um, and and this obviously tells me, if this is the reading I'm coming up with, then that tells me that I think Dalton's a pretty good person. Because I don't think the universe would be saying to keep him around if he was some kind of bad news. I think he probably does genuinely like you and wants to keep you as a friend. The fact that he hasn't reached back out in a few weeks. You said it was weeks ago when you texted him, and he hasn't reached back out. It's probably for a dumb reason, or it's just for whatever the reason is. It really doesn't matter. And because I'm sensing that this is someone that you really want to keep around. There's a lot of good stuff that could happen here. Am I all caught up? I think so. Oh, by the way, Denny, you're welcome. And Jasmine, you are also welcome. But yeah, I mean, well, I can never be sure. I definitely trust the cards because I have had countless really weird experiences with these cards. Tarot cards, I feel like I don't think crazy coincidences can happen so often without there really being something to these cards. So, that reading I just got, that layout was to me a clear sign from the universe that there's a lot of good here. Um, Hey, Content, may I ask for a general for the rest of February? Okay. So, Content. Um, I do kind of get the sense that you have like um, emotional problems. Can I put it that way? I feel like you really kind of struggle in life. And I feel like it's strange because you have so many things to be grateful for and you have so many blessings around you. And there really is such a powerful light that is around you. But on the inside, you feel very bad a lot of the time. And I do see a lot of that continuing for the rest of February. But I would say spend more time thinking about the future and try to have a plan for the future. Where do you want your life to go? What things do you want to accomplish? And make it fun too. Like, what fun things can I do in the future? I think having an idea of the future is such an important part of just existing and being alive, being human. I think thinking about the future is very important and having goals and aspirations. But I do think that there is a lot of goodness around you. I think it's time for you to tap into that. But anyway. You're welcome. Okay, I'm all caught up. Yay. But yeah, content. I would, if you're still here, I would definitely say that maybe spend more time living in the light, because I think that there is a lot of light around you, and I think you need to tap into the blessings that are at your disposal and make more of a habit out of doing that. Anyway, what's up, Sun Moon? I'm doing all right. I'm pretty good. How are you? Can't complain. I'm watching my dad's dog today. This dog is the funniest dog. He just does nothing. He just sleeps all day. He's like, he's not a very playful dog at all. He doesn't bark. I've never heard him bark before. We think that he can't. Like there's something wrong with him. But yeah, he just sleeps all day. He eats, sleeps, and poops. Um, I mean, he's a good dog, but if you're looking for like a lovable, playful dog, you're not going to get that with him. He just does nothing. It almost seems like he's depressed, but if anybody wants to ask a question that hasn't yet, feel free to ask. My cards are all shuffled. We're ready to go. My tablet just made a noise. Maybe I got an email. Let me check my emails. Huh. Let's come in. No, that's old. Hey, Margaret. Is TJ going to ask me to spend the night next week? Okay. Well, yeah. I do see that offer being made. But I do sense that there is a little bit of trepidation here. I do see the offer coming. That's clear to me with the Knight of Cups, but with these other two cards, I kind of feel like, I mean, I think this is a very good thing. I think that a lot of good will come of this, but I think part of me thinks that this is moving too quickly. But like for that to happen, it's too far along for where things should be at this point. Don't be so quick to rush into anything. That's what I see with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like I always see that as things moving too fast. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I see very good fortune. I see a wonderful change of luck. But I mean, whatever. To answer your question, yes, he will ask you, and I think overall it's going to be a very good thing when you actually get past all of the doubts you're having. Sasha, hi. I met a Scorpio named Kamal online like 3 weeks ago. We were talking, but then it stopped due to a misunderstanding. Do you see us talking again the same place we met in the future? Okay, let me pull some cards. Well, Sasha, I'm thinking no. I don't see anything really coming of this. Um, I mean, I don't see this becoming anything. And also, I kind of think that if anything were to happen, it would be so short lived anyway. Because I don't know if it's you or him, but somebody seems to not be able to handle the truth. And I mean, so what? There was a misunderstanding. Get over it. Like, and you said yourself, that's what it was. It was a misunderstanding. So clearly, that's what the truth is. It was a misunderstanding, and now people can't seem to get past that. The Ten of Wands in reverse tells me someone can't handle it. The Fool card in reverse says that this is never going to start up. And the Lovers obviously says that this was a romantic interest at some point, but also something that is just right from the beginning was just based in a lustful kind of energy. But anyway. To answer your question, no. Well, the way I see it is that this person is very kind of like, oh, I just had it. What was it? It's like um kind of um like a toxic masculinity type thing. And just based on that, I don't see it becoming anything because he's pissed and there's this like hurt pride. So I think with someone like him, I wouldn't expect too much to come of that. Anyway. Yep. Well, I mean, you don't have to donate. I'm just saying, I don't see it happening because he also doesn't seem like someone that's really capable of change, or there are certain things about himself that he's never going to notice about himself. Um, you know, I mean, he can change. He's not going to. You know, I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting. I don't see anything coming of this. But anyway. What's up, Highness? May I ask if they will call me from the last job I worked at? Okay, let me see. So, Highness, with the Four of Swords, I'm thinking that there's this energy of pondering, of someone's meditating on this. The seed has been planted in the mind, and now someone is thinking about it. And I'm assuming it's the people from your last job. But with the Death card in reverse, I feel like things didn't end on good terms. So I think you shouldn't expect too much from them. And, you know, I would just get past it. And I mean, hopefully I'm wrong. If what you're looking for is a call from these people, then that's fantastic. I hope that happens. But I wouldn't spend so much time thinking about it. And I would definitely keep your feelers out there for other opportunities. And, you know, don't put so much of your, like, don't put so much of your energy into this, and keep your options open elsewhere. Anyway. You're welcome, Highness. Okay, so Sasha May, I just pulled one more card for you. And once again, um, based on the cards that I pulled before, and I just pulled this card in the last reading, and I put it back in the deck. I shuffled it up pretty well, and then I pulled it again, except this time it's in reverse. I just feel like it's not even something he would think about. It's not even something that he would spend time thinking about. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you just want to pay me to give you a good answer, and I just don't do that. But I did pull one more card just to, I don't know, get, I don't know, just an extra feeling or something. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that entire reading was wrong, and because you seem to want to have something with him. Um, and, I hope I'm totally wrong, and that, like, really good stuff happens. But I don't know. I mean, I pulled the cards, I gave you a reading, and then you kept wanting clarity, and so I did. And I will say, Sasha, even while I was shuffling the deck, um, cards were kind of popping out, and I'd have to like flip them back over and start shuffling again. And then just now, the whole time, the first reading was kind of negative, and then even while I'm shuffling the deck, negative cards are like popping out at me, like the three of swords just popped out 2 seconds ago, while I had you on my mind, and then what is it, the eight of swords, earlier. You're like, a lot of stuff came out. I don't know. Anyway. All right, I'm probably going to stay live for another, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes or so, half hour. And then I think I'm going to take off. This was successful. Um, but anyway, yeah. I have a book about tarot, the Rider-Waite deck, and over the next few weeks, I am going to spend some time restudying it and just basically giving myself a refresher course about the cards. I think that would help. I'm also going to be much more in the habit of always pulling at least 3 cards. I like the number 3. 3 is a good number. I think from now on, no matter what the question is, even if it's like a simple yes or no question, I will always pull 3 cards, if not more. I think I can give better readings doing that, instead of just pulling 1 card like I used to do a lot. I think it's better. You get much more of a picture when you pulled more than one. And also, 3 is an odd number. So you can look at all the cards and you can still kind of see if the energy is swinging more to one side than the other. For the most part, like if the energy is more bad than good, because if there were 2 bad cards and 1 good card, then you can see what's outweighing what. And there are a few neutral cards in the deck too, but depending on how they come up right side up or in reverse, you can see a neutrality in the card. Um, so it could even be something like that, but chances are, more often than not, you'll see the cards lean towards either positivity or negativity. So you can still get a sense of like if just whatever the outcome is something you're going to be happy about or something that's going to be a struggle. Um, Hi, Love and Light. May I ask if I will find a long-term loving relationship anytime soon? I have started to feel increasingly lonely over the past few months. Okay. Well, that's sad. These seem good. Well, um, first of all, I just want to say that you're thinking way too much about this. Um, you're putting way too much of your mental energy into whether or not it's going to happen or it's not going to happen or when will it happen. I would just say really try to shift your thinking a little bit. And, you know, I think if you're feeling really good, then you're going to be in an even better position when you finally do come across someone that you really care about, because you'll be more happy, you'll be more spiritually healthy. So then you'll have more to bring to the table. Um, but I will say, I do see your luck changing soon with the Three of Swords in reverse. I think that's very good energy. Um, I see bright, sunshiny days coming. Um, I think that you definitely will find love. I am seeing like a masculine energy with the King of Wands upright. Um, so I'm assuming that you probably prefer men or a masculine kind of energy. Um, but I do see a man, um, and I just see really good energy coming. But like I said, with the Four of Swords in reverse, you're thinking way too much about this. So I think there is a relationship coming, but just to prepare yourself for that, spend more time thinking about how much you love yourself and um, giving yourself good things and lots of giving yourself gifts and lots of good energy and um, anyway. But yes, to answer your question, you will find a relationship pretty soon, probably within the next 3 or so months. So by like sometime in May. Anyway, just in time for Beltane. What's up, Aesthetic Delta? How you doing? Welcome back. I know. I've been kind of away from YouTube for a little while. I mean, it's only been like a week or so, but how are you doing? Everyone doing good? Let me know. I see. Yeah. I kind of feel the same way. Um, and I think I know what you mean by lessons. Basically, struggles, um, where you really learn things about yourself and the world. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Um, I want to light some incense. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait a little while. Do you have a question? Do you want to ask me a tarot question? I feel like I'm on a roll. I shouldn't have said that. I'll probably jinx myself. Will Marlene go out on Friday to um, Bachatopia? Or does that say Bacatopia? Okay, let me see. Well, um, I think the answer is yes. Um, I see lots of good energy. I have an ace card here, which makes me think that this is only the beginning. Um, but, you know, and I do feel like this is a very new experience. Now, listen, I don't know what Bacatopia is, but I feel like this is going to be a new experience for the both of you. Um, I am kind of seeing somebody feeling disappointed. I mean, I think it will happen, and I think that um, there's a lot of good to that will come of this. But I do feel like there's going to be this vibe where, like, you know, man, I wish this had been something else, or we did something else, or something. Anyway, it's a big Bakata. What is that? I wonder if my guys have a message for me on that. Sashay away. Okay. I just dropped so many cards. Come on. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Sashay. I hope you're good. I have a guy friend. I listen to them talk about their partner. I'm a strictly platonic. And I'm strictly platonic. I feel like I have no other people say that I'm some kind of homewrecker. I'm upset. I wonder if my guys have a message for me on that. Okay. So, Sachet, um, I don't um, fully understand what you wrote towards the end. I'm a little confused about what the actual question is, but I am just kind of reading into the energy of all of this. I do feel like you're jumping to conclusions, and I feel like you have the wrong idea about what's going on. Um, but you know, I would say just ride this out and don't use your actions or words to rock the boat at all. Just kind of keep going down this path without really making any moves, and all will be revealed to you. Um, and I just think that everything's going to be fine in the end. But um, anyway, by the way, Aesthetic Delta, you're welcome. What's up, Nun? Hi, did the guy like me that was here today? Or did the guy like me that was here today? I'm a fire sign. Okay. Let me pull some cards here. I like these 3 ones on the top. Well, none with friends. So I think the answer is no. And I feel like, but it's not like a definite no. There's possibility here. I definitely sense that there's a possibility, but there's so much unknown about you. Um, you know, the energy is still very much mysterious. So I feel like, however, you know this person or whoever this guy is, you don't know him that well. And there's just still so much unknown about the both of you to each other. And, but I do think that there is potential here that this actually could become something more interesting. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. These are the 3 cards I got. 3 cards all in reverse. And anyway. But there's potential. This actually could become something if you just get to know each other more. Well, I mean, I think he probably was just being friendly because I think that with the Hierophant card, I did kind of get the vibe that he definitely has a lot of moral kind of obligations to treat people a certain way. So he's obviously going to be friendly to people because he just thinks that's the right thing to do. Um, but what is it, the Eight of Pentacles? I just feel like in reverse, I feel like that you just need to wait. It's a time of waiting, um, which tells me it could become something. So I'm seeing potential for it to become something more. But anyway, but yeah, he was just being friendly. But that's not to say that if he got to know you more, he wouldn't really like you. And I do kind of get the vibe that there's some kind of forbidden fruit aspect to this with this guy. But I do feel like this is some kind of beginning. Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to go. This was fun. I'm going to go, um, I don't know, watch TV or maybe start a painting or something. Although I really, I'm kind of tired. I can't really go to sleep though because I have to wait for my dad to come pick up his dog, which isn't going to be for like another hour or maybe even an hour and a half. Um, but hopefully my dad gets out of work sooner than later. Sometimes it's different. Sometimes he has to stay there for a while longer. But I really need to get some sleep. I have to be up early tomorrow. Um, And I got literally like hardly any sleep last night. But actually, no. See, I got so hammered yesterday, and I have no clue when I actually went to bed. I might have gone to bed pretty early, but all I know is that I woke up at like 12:30 in the morning, and I've been up since. So I don't know how much sleep I got yesterday. Yesterday was a tough day for me. I had a really challenging day. It was my first day back to work. I got my old job back at the coffee shop, and everything was going well. And I was getting back in the habit of things, and getting back in the swing of it. And then I just had a horrible episode of anxiety to the point I couldn't even think straight. I had to leave work early because I literally could not form thoughts in my head. I had such problems with cognition. And when that happens, I become like the worst worker. It takes me forever to do anything because I just can't even figure out what to do. But my literally, it was awful. My first day back to work ended up being a disaster, and I had to leave early on the first day back to work. Fucked up. But I'm going back tomorrow, and hopefully everything goes smoothly tomorrow. I mean, if I have another bad day tomorrow, I just will officially know that I'm doomed. I will officially know it. I need to do some kind of curse removal or something because there is definitely some kind of really bad energy on me, I think. Sort of. I mean, I have a lot to be grateful for, and I have so many good things going for me, but at the same time, there are just certain things that are just such a challenge in my life that are, they just definitely seem supernatural, supernaturally based. Anyway, but all right, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna go watch TV until my dad gets here, and I'm gonna go like drink some water and relax. All right. Thank you all for coming. And I'll most likely I'll be live again tomorrow, but I'm not going to make any promises. But I am going to be making more content for this channel. I'm going to get more in the habit of making more content for this channel on a regular basis, pre-recorded videos and live streams. Okay. So bye everybody.